title. What happened there? Sorry. I don't know if I was live there. I was just saying, oh, I'm choosing a quirky title, but anyway, sorry. Yeah, so I got quite a few ideas. I'm a bit shy about expressing them. I hope you don't think they're too ridiculous, but yeah, so I thought instead of doing my usual lists for today, I thought I'd try just to talk about my random ideas, as I said in my previous video, or the one before that. Anyway, sorry. I'll try not to waffle too much or lose my chain of thought. But yeah, so one of my ideas was, because I dream about supporting technology across Africa. So one of the things I was thinking is try and see how many people and companies, organizations and so forth would be prepared to use the hashtag proud to support African technology in their title, in their Facebook status and things like that, Twitter posts, Twitter accounts, and YouTube videos and stuff like that. So, to say maybe later on today or tomorrow, tonight or tomorrow, I will post up hashtag proud to support African tech, and try and get companies to invest in enhancing and improving Africa's tech structure. So that's one of my goals, one of my dreams for the future as well. Because within the next 5 to 10 years, my dream is to support Africa as a continent to become the top place for technology, like to have its own sort of Silicon Valley in Africa. And I think they've already got organizations which are working to empower Africa technologically. And I hope to unite the continent together through technology, and also bring the Black diaspora to support African tech, and also anyone else who would support the continent, including companies and how they might be willing to invest in African tech, and to unite the continent, get everyone possible from Africa, all the billion or so people from Africa in all 54 countries, to work together on tech. As anyone who's seen my other videos will know, I drink a lot of tea, but at the moment I'm trying to be a little bit more healthy and drink juice, which I think will be healthier. Normally my mum gives me these lectures, but before she went on holiday, she gave me this lecture about not having too much tea. So for once I'm listening to my mum. Normally I don't, but anywho, sorry about that. Just thought I'd tell you some of my life story there. But so I'm hoping to support African tech, as I say, to unite the continent, and anyone who can support the continent, and big tech companies like Microsoft, Oracle, IBM, and all the other tech companies, as part of their PR perhaps, to support Africa and the education of Africa in terms of tech and things like that. I think there's anything else I wanted to say about that. At the moment, so that's like, hopefully in time I'll discuss more ideas about African tech, either if not today or tonight, like tomorrow or as soon as possible. Because as I mentioned before in my previous videos, I like to mention about, each day I like to stick to a certain theme. So Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays generally about tech for Africa, but also like on Saturday and Sundays do like stuff about software, Africa's software developers, and support them. Like I myself am not that good at tech, but it'd be quite an ironic achievement if I could help Africa to become top for tech, and sort of encourage like mentors and other people, so mentors, teachers, and that kind of thing, to go and volunteer and train and develop African technology, even companies to sponsor that kind of thing, and to encourage their employees to go to Africa, the ones who know about tech, and support the development, also fund some of the tech advancements, tech hubs in Africa. So hopefully if I get a chance, all being well this month, if not ASAP, to write about African tech hubs and things like that, and possibly share some of the links. Or if anyone else wishes to share links about African tech, then please feel free to do so, because I think that would be great. I'd love to have any feedback from anyone watching my videos about like what sort of ideas they would have for like what they would like to see in my thumbnail, like when I do the peace sign or thumbs up or whatever. Which do they like, those thumbnails or something different, or if they've got any suggestions or anything like that, or which thumbnails they prefer. And also the duration of the videos, like are they too long or too short? Would you like to see longer videos or short videos? What's your ideal length of a video, like just 4 or 5 minutes or longer or shorter? Hopefully you won't be too bored of my voice, but yeah, because I want to share that information about empowering Africa in technology especially. And as I say, the Black diaspora, like African Americans and Black British people and Black people from Europe, to go to parts of Africa and mentor, if they're professionals in particular. That even, like companies like Microsoft, as I say, to get to do stuff to train volunteers across Africa. I'd love to see a tax cut for supporting African tech and sort of networking. I know I've seen a few YouTube videos where they talk about African tech hubs, and if you're interested, please check them out. Like Google African tech hubs or African tech, and you see lots of great info, generally speaking, about tech in Africa and things like that. And I think it'd be great to see Africans, because quite a few different organizations, so I think it'd be great to see Africans connecting together, and also support female African tech. As I say, there are organizations already which support African women in tech, and I think it'd be great to see them collaborate together, and like he for she, where males supporting females. So like supporting like a lot of these big companies are run by men, mainly white males. So I think it'd be great to see them supporting African women as well, to empower them in tech. Hi John Bobbitt. Thanks for your comments. Yeah, so yes, that's the technology idea, and most of the stuff I want to do, or pretty much everything I want to do in tech, almost always is about empowering Africa in some sort of way. And so I'm going to move on from that a little bit and talk about a modeling idea I have, because I talk about alliterations, rhymes and alliterations, and things like that. And I was thinking like a modeling industry, or a network, or I'm trying to think of the word. Obviously, the industry is going to, like any industry, is going to be led by the consumers. So any sensible industry, I'm sure, would be led by the consumers. So I don't want to force companies to do stuff like this, but I'm thinking like to encourage people to make modeling more diverse. So like darker skinned or black models, to encourage them from around the world, in Africa, the Americas, Australasia, Europe, and everywhere else, to support darker skinned models, so that they can and to encourage darker skinned people to be proud of themselves and not to do colorism, or not to sort of have colorism too much, what they call colorism, and not to bleach their skin or things. I want to try and encourage. Obviously, I don't want to take people's choice away, but I do want to encourage them to be proud of their natural selves, as well as having like disabled models and things like that, possibly dyslexic models as well, but physically, mentally and learn disabled models. But I also want to support darker skin models, especially because it's Black History Month. Also like models from Asia and things like, to encourage like natural models who are so a market would sort of, if I get an organisation together that would help to encourage people who are proud of their natural skin, or the natural kind of the way God made them, I suppose, in a way. Although if you became disabled in an accident, then I suppose it's not necessarily the way God made it if you take it literally. But sorry, I hope I'm not waffling. But yeah, to support natural dark skin models, as I say, not to change their skin, or not to encourage plastic surgery or changing yourself unnaturally. So I hope that makes sense. One of the dilemmas I've got is like, say, if it comes, I don't want to offend anyone, but if it comes to plus size models, I'm thinking like, I'm not sure if I want to encourage that, because I think that a healthy weight, like not too, like I'm a little bit overweight myself, but I think not being too skinny or too big is a good sort of fit, rather than being too, like I think anorexic models are a bit too skinny, but I think plus size or overweight models also can be unhealthy, because like being overweight can create a lot of problems like diabetes or heart problems or stuff like that. But again, I won't want to tell the market what to do, but I would want to encourage them to support people to be natural models. I'm not sure about plus size models. I'm not 100% sure about that, but I'd love to hear your views about that. Another thing I want to do is to support, sort of connect with, as it's Black History Month, like Black YouTubers and things like that, but also YouTube, like from November onwards, probably YouTubers of colour as well, just generally like Asian YouTubers, fellow mixed race YouTubers, and things like that. But in this month, I want to focus on dyslexic and Black YouTubers, even though I don't class myself as Black myself, but like people of colour, I think, because the far right, like extremists, hate all people of colour. So I think it's a good reason for us to network and support each other and things like that. So yeah, I wanted to talk about tech idea, proud to support African tech, and I think I'm thinking of lots of ideas about people having on their status, or like either on Facebook or Twitter, or as titles for YouTube, like hashtag proud to support African tech, hashtag proud to be Black, or hashtag proud to be dyslexic, or hashtag proud to support African models or dark skin models, or to encourage dark skin models, or like I've seen these kind of things before, so they're not always necessarily completely original. I've seen things like them, and I'm sort of taking an original idea, or taking an existing idea and changing a bit, tweaking a bit. But yeah, like so, this person, so a person with dyslexia makes this person proud every day. I've seen that before, so it'd be great to see. And like for October, if dyslexic people and their families have like famous dyslexics as their Facebook picture or Twitter posts. So again, I'd love to hear what you think about that idea, and I'm talking like quite a few different ideas rather than focusing one. But if you want to comment on any of these points I'm making, then please feel free to comment on those things. What you think about them. Like, do you think they're quite naive ideas or things like that? But yeah, like if I had the confidence, as I said before, as I say in my previous videos, I said I'd love to go on to like interview people on the street and ask them questions about a range of issues. But I just want to be careful about not offending anyone, especially with my honest opinions or with things that might be a bit controversial. Sorry. Yeah, I'm not sure if I should share my pacifist or conscientious objecting sort of views about, again, I don't want to offend anyone, but like about how I think that people, like Black people and people of colour generally, minorities and so forth, even dyslexics perhaps, I personally rather encourage joining the police rather than the military, because I think you can do more good in the police, and you can make sure that justice is fair and equal as much as possible for every group. So if more Black people are in the police or in law enforcement and things like that, within like solicitors, lawyers, or whoever, then I think that there'd be less miscarriage of justice, less people, sort of minorities being treated badly, because hopefully like black police could be more fair towards. I'd encourage them to be fair to everyone, but I hope that makes sense. But yeah, like sometimes there's been known cases where there's been police who have been like on the far right or things like that, and if their colleagues were also like people of color, it would be hard for them to plan. Probably won't be impossible, but it'd be harder for them to plan deliberate targeting black people. And I think also a sort of relationship between black people and the police, and also dyslexic people and the police. And like sometimes where police go into schools and talk to dyslexic and stroke or black students and sort of befriend them, so that black and stroke or dyslexic people have better feeling about the police, or better trust, better understanding of each other, things like that. Again, hope that makes sense. I mean, obviously you don't have to agree, but I'd love to hear your opinions, those who agree or disagree, or why they agree or disagree. So please forgive me if I say opinions you don't agree with, but obviously it'd be boring if we all had the same opinions anyway. But obviously I hope to find as many supporters as possible. Like, to me personally, I don't think it's good if black or other people of colour join the military, because like the military takes over other countries, and like, it's not something I agree with personally. But again, I accept if you don't agree with my opinion. Yeah, so just trying to think of any other. I keep forgetting to say it as well. The first thing I was supposed to say is I want to thank my mum for letting me use the laptop. So if she sees this video, when I share it with my family, like, thanks mum for letting me use the laptop. So like, and I pray that God would bless anyone who does anything positive for me or stuff like that. So I like to always reward people who I think did something for me or meant me well. And I hope, like, that probably sounds a bit sort of selfish, but also for other people as well. Like, whoever did good for other people, I always hope they get rewarded for helping other people as well and doing good. Trying to think of first. I was going to say, I think going to the football idea I was talking about. Sorry, I know I'm jumping from one topic to another, but going to the football thing I was talking about, or as I said yesterday about soccer, as they call it in America, I was thinking about an idea about black footballers or black soccer players. But because I'm an Italian fan, although I live in England, as an Italian fan, I want to encourage people in Italy somehow, if people from Italy see this video, to sort of improve the relationships between Italians and black people via football. So, like, say for instance, like, people in Italy could have their own Black History Month, and possibly in October as well, or something like that. And they could have like posters about black footballers, or about how Brazil does, or information about how Brazil does well with black and mixed race footballers, and also dyslexic, like events where Italians play football with black and stroke or dyslexic people, which hopefully will help Italian football as well, like help them to practice. Sorry, especially like for the younger people, because like the more practice they get, the better they'll be as well. So through football, that could improve the relationship. So as an Italian fan who has some left-wing ideas sometimes, I'm hoping to kill two birds with one stone, as they say. And yeah, so I'd love to encourage in Italy somehow, if I could. Like, hopefully people from Italy might see this video and say, like, they could have posters about black footballers, or about how Italy could benefit from encouraging migrants, who are like black migrants, who come to Italy to be part of the country and to practice football together and things like that. And if like in school, like, they'd all wear the Italian football top or something as uniform. I'd love to encourage like the Italian top to be uniform in Italy, like for school and work. It's like a secret idea of mine, but which I hope will like integrate the country through football. I'd say nowadays I only support Italy for football. So anyway, sorry if these ideas are a bit quirky, but I just wanted to express some of these ideas. I hope like people see this and then they can sort of discuss how I can implement some of these ideas and things like that. Sorry about that. Yeah, so please drop some comments about what you think about the ideas. Do you think they'd like to? Do they make sense? Do you think they're interesting ideas? Are they ideas you'd like to support? Like I say, people using the hashtag proud to be dyslexic or proud to be black or proud to support African technology or answering or someone with dyslexia makes this person proud every day or that kind of thing anyway, or someone who's black makes this person proud every day. Yeah, so I'm going to finish this live stream in a couple of minutes, and then I'm going to take my dog for a walk, and maybe make, if I'm blessed, make a few more. I also hope to do like more writing as well, because I like to get my thoughts onto paper as well. So I hope you enjoy this live stream and these videos as much as I do, as much as I enjoy making them. But yeah, I know sometimes I babble a bit and I forget what I'm going to say and all that. So again, I hope this video is not too long. Yeah, so I went to the library, used the computer in the library, and I came back here. So I was using my Facebook in the library and stuff like that. So hopefully I'll remember to share this video with people on Facebook. Yeah, sorry, I'm going from point to point, but so I think like if, say, dyslexic people are like 10% of the world population, well, that's about 700 million worldwide. That's only 10% have internet connection. That's about 10 million, 70 million, sorry. And if only, I mean, even if only 10% have YouTube accounts, that's still like 7 million. So if dyslexic people like all subscribe to each other, we could have like millions of subscribers and people who like, comment and share on each other's videos, which hopefully will help to empower dyslexic people. Like if dyslexic people struggle to get careers in other areas, or even people with disabilities generally, or the black community, via YouTube, maybe they could be empowered. So anyway, apologies if I waffled, as I say. I think I'm going to wrap it up. Okay, peace and love, everyone. Thanks.